Hello everyone, a very good morning. Welcome to Oliveboard. I am Anshul, your JIB mentor, and today we are going to discuss the basics about our retail banking and wealth management paper, how you will qualify this paper, the RBWM paper with this Foundation 2.0 course. So I welcome you all. Please confirm the audio and video is fine. Everything is okay so that we can start with the session. So this is an introductory class. We are not going to start any topic. Basically, we are just going to discuss what is RBWM about, the topics, the chapters, modules, what questions are asked, what is the difficulty level, what should be your strategy when you're preparing for this exam. So this is just an introductory session so that you can know what will be your course of action for the next few months. All right, so if you're preparing for the JIB exam for the November cycle, then this session is very important for you. Whenever we are starting to prepare for an exam, we should know the basics. What are the units, what are the chapters, what all questions have been asked in the past examinations, difficulty level, so that we can decide how we are going to prepare. So that is what we are going to discuss today. So we will just start. All right. So if we discuss about the basics of the RBWM paper, like all your other papers in the JIB exam, the retail banking and wealth management paper is also of 100 marks. Questions approximately 100. Total marks are 100. Questions why approximately? Because 2 mark question, 1 mark question and zero point 0.5 mark questions are also asked. So there can be plus minus 2 or 4 questions, but the total marks will always be 100. In this exam session of May cycle, we had seen the weightage of 2 mark question has increased. These 2 mark questions were more of the case study type and the numerical type. So accordingly, we need to prepare well. And the duration is 2 hours. So you have 2 hours to attempt approximately 100 questions. Questions which will be of theoretical type, fact-based MCQs. You'll also get multiple selection type questions. You'll get numerical questions, case study. In this exam cycle, the numerical questions weightage was even more. Usually the retail banking and wealth management paper is considered simple, but if you have seen the exam analysis, if you've gotten a chance to talk to the aspirants who qualified the exam in the previous cycle, they would tell you that the paper was comparatively tough. So it is important that you prepare accordingly. You will have to level up your preparation. So this is a good thing that you're starting early. You have time in your hand. You have around 4 months proper in your hand so that you can prepare well. Other than that, there is no negative marking in this exam session, so that is a plus point for us. So we are not going to leave any question thinking that we don't know the correct answer. We will mark the answer. All right, don't leave any question. Case study questions are also quite lengthy, so we need to practice the case study questions as well. Now, if we talk about the syllabus of the RBWM paper, we have 5 modules, not 4 but 5 modules. First module is retail banking, which is an introduction. There are 4 units here, and this unit, this module also contains some numerical part. Questions from the different levels of profitability, ROA and ROE. In every exam cycle, minimum 4 to 5 numerical questions will come from your module A. So module A is important and all of these numerical questions will be 2 mark questions. Then we have module B, which is the lengthiest module. Maximum units are here. Retail products and recovery. So one part is retail products. So we'll be studying about the asset side, liability side, remittance products, credit and debit cards. We'll also be studying about the recovery part. So a brief introduction of the Sarfasi Act, Lok Adalat, IBC code. This is also there in your module B. Then module C is comparatively easy. It is the support services, completely theoretical. Module B also has the credit card part in which you have another numerical. So calculating the minimum amount due, calculating the annualized percentage rates, the effective APR, how many days the balance has remained overdue, what will be the total interest on the total bill. These questions are also asked. Again, minimum 2 3 questions from the credit card part will also be there of the numerical type. Then coming back to module C is completely theoretical, I would say rather easy. Then module D, wealth management, again. This is although theoretical but very demanding. So you will be studying about the different type of investment products, the bonds that are available, equity market, the different investment products, mutual fund products, the types of bonds, government bonds, then convertible bonds, the various schemes, all of these are important. You'll also be studying about some social security schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana. Again, module D is very important. And then module E, which came as a surprise in this exam session. Questions from module E were also there in the previous exam, but this time the weightage again was comparatively high as compared to the previous cycles. So additional reading material on home loans. This has the theoretical part, but the numerical part is more important. So the capital gains tax question from the capital gains tax were there. How do you calculate the short term and long term capital gain? The formula for the same is important. Then you also had questions from how tax planning. So how or which sections of the income tax act will give you benefits? Home loan tax benefits, section 24B, 80C, deduction for the first time home buyers. Questions like this was there. Then the mortgage advice, the different types of mortgages. Questions were there from simple mortgage and equitable mortgage as well. How do you calculate the time value of money? The rule of 72, 115, and 144 was asked. The future value of money. This question was also there. So we saw both theoretical plus numerical questions from module E as well. So do not skip module E thinking that it is just additional reading material. No, it is very important. That is why we are giving is it equal priority as we were giving module C and module A as well. All right, so these are the 5 modules. If we talk about the priority, then first on the priority list is module B. You will get around 30 to 35 mark questions from module B itself. Then module D is also equally important. Module B and module D together will hold around 60 mark questions. All right, so again 25 to 30 mark questions from module D. Module A, the weightage was less as compared to the previous cycles, but the number of numericals increased. So we will say 20, 15 to 20 mark questions from module A, 15 to 20 module E, and 15 to 20 module C. All right, so around 60 mark question from module B and D, and then 50, 40, 50 from here from module A, E, and C. So you cannot skip any module thinking that it is not important. No, because the difficulty level has increased. Earlier, it was quite easy to score 70 plus, 80 plus in the RBWM paper, but in the previous cycle, although all the aspirants have qualified the paper, still the score was comparatively less. It was around 60, 65. All right, and RBWM plays a very important role when you want to qualify your whole JIB exam. Why? Because you also have that criteria that if you score 50% out of the total, then also you will qualify the exam, even though your marks in one individual paper could be less than 50. All right, but your aggregate, if it is more than 200 out of 400, then also you will qualify the exam. And RBWM is quite scoring if you have the right strategy, if you have the conceptual clarity, so you'll be able to solve the numerical questions, case study questions, everything. The difficulty level has increased, but this does not mean that it is now impossible for us to qualify the exam. No. If you are consistent with your strategy, if you are attending the classes daily, if you are following the pattern, if you are studying the most important topics, you will qualify the exam. Now, let us discuss in detail about our syllabus. Like we said, Module A, total we have to study 30 units. 30 units in total, out of which 4 are there in Module A. So, Retail Banking Introduction Unit 1, Retail Banking Role within Bank Operations. So, you'll be studying about the SBU approach, departmental approach. Again, every time the institute definitely asks questions from SBU and departmental. Then applicability of retail banking concepts. So you'll be studying about the horizontal and vertically organized models. You'll be studying about the distinction between retail and corporate banking and branch profitability, which is the most important unit from module A. Apart from the difference between profit and profitability, you will be studying about the three levels of profit: gross, operating, and net profit. Then you will be studying about the measures of profitability, ROA and ROE. What is leverage ratio? What is the interest margin? All of these topics are important. All right, so module A. Then we have module B, which has the maximum number of units. So, customer requirements, where you'll be studying about the Maslow's hierarchy, quite important from case study point of view. Then, product development process, you'll be studying about the stages starting from the introduction stage, growth stage, maturity, and decline. Then, credit scoring, how to maintain a positive score, how the CICs prepare this credit scoring report, which score is considered good. Then you have the important retail liability products, so the CASA deposits, fixed deposits, recurring deposit, two in one deposit. Asset side products, so you'll have the different type of loans. One very important topic is the PM Awas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. What is the definition of the beneficiary family? How will one person be eligible for a house under this scheme? What are the different categories? So, the middle income group, lower income group, EWS, what is the maximum interest subsidy, the carpet area? All of these topics are there. The credit and debit cards, again, like I said, the numerical part from credit card is very, very important. We are going to practice all of these numericals. We have the remittance products, so NEFT, RTGS, NECS, the different categories of ECS, then NACH. We also have the digitization of retail banking products, so we'll be studying about IDR, BT, under it, Infinet, then NFS, we have SFMS and IBCC. All right. Role of technology, AI, this is not that important. It is a completely theoretical chapter. You can just go through it. Recovery of retail loans. Again, one of the most important units from Module B. We'll be studying about the SURFACE Act. We'll be studying about the different categories of assets, which when will the asset turn into a doubtful asset category, when will it remain in the standard, when will it enter the substandard, how the provisioning requirements are there for the different categories of the non-performing assets. Management information system, again, not that important. And then securitization. How do the ARCs work? What is the role of the special purpose vehicle? What is the role of the sponsor? What is the process, the two-step process of securitization? So, module B as a whole is very important, the most important module from your exam point of view. Every time 30 to 35 mark questions are there from module B itself. All right. Then we have module C, which is the most simple. Marketing and introduction is theoretical. Delivery channels, delivery models. This whole unit is theoretical. And maximum 4 to 5 hours study for this module C as a whole is enough. All right. So CRM, service standards. Service standards, we have the BCS, BIE, so the code for customers, code for MSMEs. This topic is important. And marketing information system again. So if I say the important units from module C, it can be the service standards and it can be the delivery channels in retail banking. Everything is completely theoretical, although some simple case studies can be asked. Then we come to module D, which is again very important. It has almost the same priority with module B, although only 4 units are here. Importance of wealth management, the different products in which I can invest, right? So I have the alternative assets, I have the types of bonds, convertible, government bonds, inflation indexed, floating rate bonds, municipal bonds. Insurance is covered here, mutual fund, types of mutual fund, sectorial, debt mutual fund, closed ended, open ended, real estate services, retirement planning, private banking, all of these topics. Then the unit 24 is investment management. So, what are the elements, basics of investment management? Difference between portfolio management and investment banking. Again, under investment banking, the services which are offered, mergers and acquisition advisory, underwriting services, sales and trading, asset management, these topics are there. What is the difference between portfolio management and mutual fund services? Then unit 25, again very important, tax planning, the different sections under the IT Act which provides me deductions, difference between the old tax and the new tax regime. Then we have the financial year, previous year, assessment year, the concepts of this, right? The heads under income tax calculation. All of these topics are there. Section 80C, the schemes that I can invest in to get the benefit of deductions, public provident fund, tax saving fixed deposit, life insurance premium, Pradhan Mantri, Vai Vandana Yojana. Questions every time are asked from this topic as well. Then the last unit from module D is other financial services provided by banks. So distribution of third party products, the different models through setting up subsidiaries, joint ventures, by departmental activity itself, cross-selling, social security schemes, introduction to factoring, portfolio management, depository services. These topics are there in the unit 26. And finally, we have module E, which wasn't given much importance earlier, but with the previous 2 exam cycles, we have seen quite a few questions from module E as well. So lender's appraisal procedure, what all information is required by the bank in the application form, the documents to be submitted for availing a home loan, appraisal of the loan request, theoretical chapter. However, there is the calculation of EMI, which is again a numerical part, and this time calculation of EMI was there in your exam. So how do you calculate the pre-EMI, the PRT formula that you should understand. Then next unit is the mortgage, the housing planning, housing finance and tax planning. So the various sections again, tax benefits in respect of housing finance. So section 80C, section 80EE, the eligibility for claiming these deductions, how do we compute the actual rent of the property, NRI home loan. Then we have mortgage advice, like I said, questions from equitable mortgage, a simple mortgage, these were asked. And finally, valuation of real property. All right, so question from sinking fund was asked. Also, reverse mortgage. So do not skip module E. I will repeat again, module E is also very important. Definitely you will get around 10 to 15 mark questions from module E as well. So these are the 5 modules. This is how the syllabus of the RBWM is divided. Now What should be your strategy? This also depends upon the types of questions. So you will have direct MCQs with 4 questions. These will be conceptual and fact based. You will also get numericals. This time around 15 to 20 mark numericals were there. You will also get multiple selections. So there will be various statements. Out of these, you'll have to select 1, 2, and 3 are correct, 2 and 4 are correct, only one is correct, none of the above are correct. And case study based questions, which are lengthy and time consuming. You will not be able to answer these questions correctly if you do not have the conceptual clarity. And if you have the conceptual clarity, no question is going to cause trouble, right? You'll be able to solve the numerical questions, case study questions, multiple selection, everything. But conceptual clarity is important. So be consistent, complete your syllabus, attend the live classes. Try to attend all the live classes. If you, due to some reason, miss one live class, do not skip the recording. You will have access to the recording 24/7. Do watch the recording. Then weekly revision is important. So practice mock test, follow the exam specific notes. What I suggest is if we are having the classes daily at 8 p.m., let's say, then in the morning when you are traveling, when you are commuting, just simply download the PDF of the class notes and go through it. If you have any doubts, you can obviously ask us in the next class, in the next session. All right. So practicing mock test is important, following exam specific notes for revision, and revision is very important. So devote time that you have on weekends towards revision. All right. Rest other advice, you should understand the exam objective. Your objective is to score 50 plus and qualify the paper. Your score is not to master every topic. So if you have less time in hand because you also have to manage your office hours, so prioritize the important topics. Then prioritize topics strategically. Complete the difficult or challenging topics first. Then do not skip medium effort or easy topics because these are the scoring topics. All right, you will score marks on the easy questions. Then you should adopt a balanced coverage plan, efficiently manage your time. We are going to have classes in the early morning and the late evening sessions only so that you do not compromise. Optimize your study resource, use concise and relevant study material, and stick to this material. Do not go or follow every advice that you get. Go through the material that is available for you and then decide which material suits you best and maintain a positive approach. This is very important. You should have faith on your preparation that you are preparing well, you are consistent, you are starting early. Definitely, you will qualify the exam. Your ultimate aim is to clear the exam and secure increment. So, be diligent and consistent, follow this strategy, attend all the live classes, practice the mock tests, and 100% you will be able to qualify the exam. All right. So that is all from my side. If you have any doubts, any questions regarding the classes, regarding the RBWM paper or your JIB paper as a whole, you can ask. Classes we are going to have at 8 p.m. daily, right? On weekends, your timings will be in the early morning, I think around 11 a.m. All right. But it is important that you attend the live classes, and if you miss them, then you'll have the recording so that you can watch the recordings. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts, any questions, please feel free to ask. So very soon your classes for this batch are going to start. Stay tuned, you will get the schedule for it. And I will be ending the session now. You also have the option of the community. So later on also, if you have any questions for me, you can put down your queries on the community. I will answer them. So thank you so much for attending. After this, I will meet you in the live classes. So thank you, all the best, and have a great day.